Hello everyone, Minky here with the next part of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke. So let's get on with this battle like I said we were going to do last time. And then we can go back to where we need to go to. So yeah, let's do that then. And now this guy Hector, the guy who just said he had a rare Pokemon, that's pretty interesting given what he's got. Because as you can tell he's got, as you might be able to tell, he's got a Sangoose. And, well, we'll see what he has, what other Pokemon he has in a second. Because he does have another Pokemon, that's pretty interesting, I think. But obviously we're going to wait until we actually defeat the Sangoose. But it's pretty interesting, I think. Okay, wow. Yeah, and then I imagine we'll be able to get done what I want to get done today, because we should be able to get to the next section where we're going to battle all these like grunts. I think Team Magma grunts this time around, because it's Team Magma and God of Injury. Okay, here we go. So here's his other Pokemon, Sapphire. Now, Sangoose and Sapphire in all three games are version exclusives, and in fact, I think even in Auras as well, I think they're version exclusive as well. I'm pretty sure they are anyway. I don't see why they wouldn't be. Which that's pretty interesting, I think, because he's somehow got both. You know. I do want to mention this because I think this is an interesting little theory that I've got, but I'll get into that in a second. I was going to just finish off. I mean, yes, but so yeah, Sangoose and Sapphire. If we just check the Pokédex real quick, and we do A to Z so I can find them easier. So, Sapphire, as you can see, Sapphire is in the normal area that you expect him in. And the Sangoose, area unknown. So yeah, Sapphire is the one we've got in this game, in Emerald. So yeah, I'll go over that in a minute. But right now, I want to make a cut and go back to where we need to go. So I shall see you in a second. Alright, before I check that, let's have a look at what's in here. Well, not what's in here, but let's have a look at what our two Pokemon are doing in here, like. So, wow, okay, right now, mine is level 39 and Illumin's level 35. So yeah, that's kind of interesting, I think. Alright, here we are then. Route 1112 again. And yeah, we're going to take the cable car. So yeah, we should be able to get all this done, all this upper section done in this part, and then next part we should be fine. We should be good to go. So yeah, this part. Okay, yeah, it's Team Magma and Team Magma fighting each other, but I think you've got to fight particularly Team Magma, which is weird when you think about it. Because and look, Team Archie has a Pugena and he's doing a 1-on-3 battle with just one Pokemon. Like, what do these guys even say? Yeah. Oh, what, there's not even that many battles it looks like. Yeah, I might as well talk to everyone, because it burns me up and then wait, what did you say? I don't even read what you said. Totally annoys me that they'd use a name like that. Oh, come on, man, make a water pun. He made a fire pun. Yeah, they kind of do outnumber you, but then you've got these guys who are just here for some reason. You know, it's odd. I'm gonna try these two out again, Iggy and Spinny, but I'm probably gonna have to swap into. I don't want to use Kool-Aid though, because they've already leveled up. I mean, like, yeah, leveled up. So I don't want to use them too much because I want to try and even stuff out. So yeah, let's try and get good with these two. Oh hey, it's two Pokemon I have as well. I haven't bought on a team yet. Well, at least I can do this. Get at least some type of advantage in this. That's something. And then, gosh, man. Oh, what? Wait, how did I afford you? What? Since when? What? When did that not have 100 accuracy? What? I swear it had 100 accuracy. Wow. Jeez, man. And that was magnitude 10. Wow, I'm kind of defensive. Wow, man. What was that? What even was that, man? Yeah, what do you mean you lost? What do you mean you missed the friggin' magnitude? What about? Dream of a big house. Yeah, not anymore with that friggin'. Wow, that was actually amazing. For all the wrong reasons. Okay, wow, you're actually doing this. I gotta level up. Well, I'm doing Piku next. Might as well get you to level up. Especially since now you've got Thingamajig. Which that's another thing. When it comes to the Nuzlocke rule, do you have, like, I mean, they probably have, to be fair, but do people, like, with the no repeats rule, if it's someone like Lineu who has pickup, right, like, I mean, personally, for me, like, if I got more Lineu, I would be happy with that, because that would be more pickups, you know, but then, if I got more of pretty much anyone else, for the most part, I probably wouldn't be happy with that, you know, I probably wouldn't want another, Numel or Subal or anything, you know, I'd probably just want the one. Unless it was genders, you know, unless it was like getting two of the same gender or whatever, or making sure I can breed and stuff, you know. But like, for Lineu, they at least have pickup. So, you know, surely that would be something, right? And then, you know, something of benefit, if you will. And then, but like, the fact that I said that no repeats, does that go all the way through? And then also, what about areas like Rust Turf Tunnel, where Rust Turf Tunnel only gives you Whismur? You know, that's something, I guess. Yeah, the story doesn't make. I need to get more into the story of these two games, but I guess that's something the ASIC P1's gonna do. Cause I remember like playing. You know, like, a lot, but I was never really a reader, if you will. Like, as much as that is a meme, if you will, I never really read all that much back then as a kid, because obviously I was as a kid, you know. Bemoaning a child. See, I don't even remember hearing the word bemoaning, but I guess it makes sense. Oh yeah, it was Team Magma I was facing before. But like, it's just that it's been such a long time that I can't remember all the details, you know, or the little nitty-gritty parts, if you will. So, you know, like, that's something that I'm gonna have to do in the ASIC runs. But that's gonna be something that a lot to look forward to. I think it's gonna be great. Like, honestly, it's just gonna be really great. Like, I mean, I feel like I'm overselling it maybe a little bit, but at the same time I feel like I'm underselling it, if you will. Like, thinking about it, you know, when I think about it, like, I've got like things planned for it, but I don't want to like go too overboard with it, if you will. Like, I don't want to say like it's definitely going to be the best thing ever, obviously, but at the same time, like, it's like it's going to be one of those LPs that I put more effort into, if you will, if that makes sense. Like, not that I'm not putting any effort into these Let's Plays, of course, but I just mean more so than normal. You know, like this Let's Play, it's just an Emerald Nuzlocke, it's just a Let's Play, it's just the basic level of, you know, effort, if you will, that I usually do. But with with the 8ths that I'm doing, Gen 2 8th at the moment, with those LPs, I'm actually putting in effort into those, like more effort than usual, because I've got the artworks to do, and I've got like other things going on as well and whatnot with those Let's Plays. And with the ACP runs, obviously the ACP runs, there's even more effort put into them, because like, there's the fact that obviously, you know, because obviously there's the fact of like it's an ACP run. You know, an ACP run is essentially a 100% run with more rules, if you will. Depending on the kind of game as well, you could argue that it's a 99% run in a sense, because, like, given some of the rules and such, you got a crit on AGG run. No, they were so close to evolving too. And it was I mean, it's a quad. To be fair, it was a quad weakness and it was stab. But you had good physical, but you got critical. Man. But with the rules for this, for ACP runs, back to what I was saying. One of the rules is that you can't trade. Like, under normal circumstances, you can't trade. So, like, for example, you know, you can't, like, I mean, you can under certain circumstances in a way, if you will, if that makes sense, but, like, basically, if you're going in it solo, with no other games in this ACP run, then you can't ever get like trade evolutions done. You can if it's like an in-game trader, you know, NPC trades, they're fine. But when it's like trades with other people, with other real people, you can't do that in a normal ACP run. But then there are certain well, in a normal ACP run, in a completely normal ACP run, it's known as a player 0, well, a P0 ACP run, which basically means there's no, like, other people, if you will, involved, if you will. There's 0 other people, right? If that makes sense, right? And then when it's if there's one other person involved, you might as well get a lava cookie just for the sake of it. But yeah, if there's one other person involved, that's a P2 one, right? That's a P1 game. So it's P1 if it's one extra player. It's P6. So basically, it's PX with P being always there, which just stands for player, you know, or like additional player, I guess you could say, and X equal to how many extra players there are. So typically, there's 0 extra players, right? You could, and like I said, you could add more, but normally you can't. It just means you can't trade, right? If you got P0, it means you can't trade, right? And that's like the generic ACP rules, if you will. It's just that you can't trade or anything, or use any other sort of like file or whatever to help out, right? Well, I mean, you can use them to help out in the sense of like, you can train them up even higher, if you will, but you can't use them to get Pokemon you can't normally get. So like Machamp, for example, needs you to trade in order to get Machamp, right? So under normal circumstances, you can't get a Machamp in the game, outside of one instance where, in Pokemon Yellow, where you actually get someone who trades you a Machoke, who automatically evolves, of course. You know, so in that case, yeah, you can get Machamp, but you still can't get the other three. You can't get Golem, Gengar, or Alakazam, right? But with a P1 game, you can, because you can obviously trade, right? And you might think like, what's the difference between P1 and P2 or P3 or P4, etc., etc.? What's the difference between all those kinds of ones? The difference is, like, obviously the difference between P0 and P1 is the trade evolutions. So like, obviously, like, you know, obviously in a P0 game you can't get Gengar, but in a P1 game you can get Gengar as well as Machamp and Golem or whatever, right? But as well, an additional benefit is that in a P1 game, because you've got one other person helping out, you could get like, sorry, my phone's going off. In addition to that, right, you can get another starter, right? So like, say in Pokemon Ruby, so you're doing Pokemon Ruby, you can have, in a P0 game, you can only get one starter, right? In a P1 game, where you've got like one additional person, you can get an additional starter, right? And this applies to all sorts of, you know, single time used Pokemon. So like, obviously like, the fossils, the Hitmons, you know, Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, stuff like that. Stuff that you can only get one of in a game, you can now get two of in a game if you want. I forgot to swap. Dang it. But you can now get, you know, two options instead of just the one, right? But that's just in a P1 game. In a P2 game, you've got now two people helping you out. So, like, for example, you can have, like, so, for example, obviously in Pokemon Ruby, you can now get all three starters. Now, I don't know if there's ever going to be a case of, you know, P3 and onwards. I don't know if there's ever going to be a case of that. Because, like, I mean, another thing as well is in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, for example, because you can do Sapphire as well into Pokemon Ruby. So if your Ace of P1 is Ruby, you can still do P2 with the second game being either another copy of Ruby or another copy of Sapphire. If it's another copy of Sapphire, right, or if it's Ruby with Ruby, you obviously can't get Sapphire. You're still locked out of Sapphire. But if it's a copy of Ruby as the Ace of P1 and Sapphire as the P1 game, as the actual game, now you can get Sapphire as well, and other sorts of version exclusives. So it does matter what game you do as well. So you can't just, you know, you can't, like, you got to be specific about the P1 game as well, which I know there's a lot of rules to kind of follow through with, but I don't think it's that bad once you get the hang of it, if you will. It's just like Pokemon, you know, there's a lot going on, if you will, between games and whatnot, to the point where as soon as you get the hang of it, it kind of makes sense, if you will. But I mean, a point being, in that case, this is also a new route, by the way, new area, so I could get a new Pokemon here, but I'm not going to just yet. But like, one other thing is, like, I can't even remember what I was saying now, to be honest. I can't even remember why I brought it up. Well, oh yeah, so yeah, it's technically is a 100% run. Technically, it's 99% depending on the game. Because like I said, if you're doing a P0 game for Pokemon, right, there's a bunch of Pokemon you're going to get locked out of. Simply for whatever game you're choosing to play. So like this game, for example, if I was Ace of P Emerald, I would not be able to get Sangoose or Lunatone. I can't get Lunatone now because, well, I mean, for one, I can't get Lunatone because it's because it's a Nuzlocke. But even ignore the Nuzlocke aspect, I can't get, you know, a Lunatone because they're not in this game. Solrock is. So that's something as well. But if I was doing Ruby, I could get myself a Sangoose, and if I had a P1 of Sapphire, I can also get, you know, Lunatone. Alright, well here we are in Lavaridge Town. And yeah, this is actually a new town, which is really nice. And we can also get a free Pokemon here as well, actually, which is really nice. Just gotta remember to say goodbye to Adrian, which is that still sucks, man. We're losing so many people now, you know. Oh well. Yeah, I guess I'll do Subat next. Yeah, I guess I'll do Subat next. But before I do Subat, let's talk to this lady here. I have here an egg. I'd hoped to hatch it by covering it in hot sand by the hot spring. That doesn't seem to be enough. I've heard it would be best if it were kept together with Pokemon and carried about. Most yes in your Pokemon. Idiot. I don't know. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, we get an egg here, so that's really nice. So what I'll do is I'll save this for later. For, you know, I'll make sure to hatch them for next part, if you will. Well, I'll show them off. So, actually, you know what? No, I won't. I won't show them on screen because it's a why not. I'll just say that. But I will obviously save them for a future Let's Play. Hint, hint, wink, wink. And for now, let's get our Subat. Now, actually, let's have a look at these guys because I haven't actually given these guys a proper look. Rash, mild, lonely. Okay, I don't know what these natures do because I don't remember too many. I only remember 7 off the top of my head. There's being the 5 neutral ones, and Adamant and Modest. Which, Adamant is good for Machamp, and Modest is, or typically good for Machamp, and Modest is typically good for Alakazam. Because it boosts the correct stat, the physical attack stat, and lowers the special attack stat, or vice versa, depending on which one you... Oh yeah, I also trained up these guys as well, or at least Mushroom. That's his moves now. And I also trained up Luditad a bit as well. Here's his stuff. So yeah, that's them. And wow, we actually got to here. That's actually really nice. And we've got a lot of stuff to go through as well. I'll have to go through that in a bit. But yeah, I'm going to train up Subat and hopefully get them evolved soon as well. But that's neither here nor there. Another thing... Nope. You can't actually go on the bike while you're on there. That's actually kind of cool. I don't even know what I'm doing, to be honest. Alright, well... I can't even fly back here, actually, to be fair. You know what, though? I think there's a few items we need to get here, though. I think this guy gives you charcoal, if I remember correctly. No, maybe this guy, then. Okay, here we go. Yeah, charcoal. Right, nice. We got some fire move support. I don't think anyone's ever called it fire move support. And to be fair, I don't even have any fire moves to support, so it's actually kind of useless to me at the moment. Actually, you know what? I've got Numa, so yeah, I can use them. So at least there's that. And then you got this guy. My wife's warming an egg in hot springs. That's what she told me. Not anymore. There's 2 Pokemon in daycare, and they discovered an egg. Wonder what 2 Pokemon she left in there. Ah, young one. What? Alright, nice, Mimic. Okay, cool. Alright, so at least we know where to get Mimic then if we want to, which I might have to do. That might be an interesting move to get, but not right now. Alright, it's actually kind of short of an episode today, so I figured, where can we even go? You know what, let's go back to Jagged Pass. This guy doesn't torture you. I mean, he does, but he just doesn't battle you. And yeah, Nugget there, and then let's make our way up to Jagged Pass again and get ourselves the encounter. Actually, should we? Actually, you know what? No, I'll save that for later because we do need to go back there again later anyway. So yeah, I'll save that for later. So it's kind of a little bit of a short part than usual, but hey, it's something at least. So yeah, I'll end off there. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a really minky day.